And Katie McKee is out there this morning where water rescues are happening right now. What's going on, Katie?
Well, I'm going to step out of the way quickly now, and I want to show you what's happening behind me. They just wrapped up a rescue. They were pulling a man from his home. You can see that boat, those flashing lights right there. Those are fire crews that have actually pulled this man from his home. We are told that his basement collapsed. That water was up so high to the side of this basement that the actual wall collapsed in, the basement collapsed in, and water was up to the first floor. This man, from what I understand, had had some type of foot surgery, so he called fire crews, and they had to actually pull him from his home, put him in that boat that you see right there, and get him over to another house nearby. Now you can see that this entire street is flooded. We're actually on Slocum Avenue right now. It is right off of 6th Avenue, so we're a couple blocks from the Hocking River. A lot of people in this area are dealing with flooding right now. They're telling us that they've lived here 24, 25 years, never seen anything like this before. They said that they had some flooding back in February, and that is nothing compared to what they're dealing with right now. So definitely not the way these folks want to be starting off their Wednesday morning. Now, fire officials here on scene have confirmed that, that they haven't had that many calls today or this morning because of, issues like this, but this is going to be one of their major calls that they've had. We do know that there are other rescues going on in the area, and we're going to try to catch up with those as well. But as for right now, this street that you're looking at, a lot of these folks are going to have their power shut off. Many of them have already had their gas shut off because of the amount of flooding in their basements. And again, as you can see, we've got some neighbors that are standing out here right now talking about that flooding. Again, those are some folks that says that they've lived here forever, and they've never seen anything like this. So it's definitely going to be a lot to clean up as some of this water starts to make its way out of here. Now, we do know that the Hocking River actually isn't as high as it could be, so a lot of this water is from rain that fell yesterday, and these folks just said it was a lot of rain in a short period of time, and there's just nowhere for it to go. So of course we're going to stay in the area. We'll bring you the latest.
Fairfield County this morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. As you know and can see, the wind is really bad out here, really picking up at this hour. Now, I do want to show you, I'm standing in water. Surprise here. This is what we've seen in this area for the majority of the morning, a lot of water. You can actually see some mailboxes behind me to give you an idea just of how much water is in this area. This whole entire road is covered with water. Beyond there is a mobile home park. It's one of 2 mobile home parks in this area. And I'm told by a gentleman who lives in the area that there were 5 rescues alone earlier this morning from that mobile home park. Other people are refusing to leave their homes at this time. Now, we are in Fairfield County, just outside of Lancaster, but earlier this morning we were actually in the city limits, and I do want to pull up some video right now to show you a rescue that we saw going on there. That was Slocum Avenue. That's just 2 blocks from the Hocking River. Fire crews were on scene. They were called there after several people reported flooding in their basements. Now, one gentleman actually had just received foot surgery, and he was unable to leave his home by himself, so fire crews had to go in, pull him out of his home, put him in a boat, and take him to a nearby home. A lot of folks in that area say that they've lived there for 20 plus years, and they've never had flooding like this. They said that they're going to have a lot to clean up when it's all said and done. Again, we talked to fire crews that say that they have been out several times this morning helping people who need it. We actually just talked to a gentleman who lives over here in the house to my left. He says he's lived here for 45 years and only one other time has had flooding like this. Now, again, it's fairly dark out here, so we're not really getting a big picture of what we're looking at. We can just see water that's directly right in front of us. We're getting ready to talk to him more about the flooding that he is experiencing right now, and we do know that his entire backyard is what looks like now to be a retention pond. So we're going to get some more additional information from him, but know that crews have been out since early morning hours, really helping folks who need it the most and getting them from their homes. So flooding is going to be something that a lot of people in this area are dealing with right now and going to have to continue to deal with when they're cleaning up. Now, we want to go out to Mike McCarthy, who's in Grove City right now, where folks are dealing with a different kind of cleanup. Things actually coming down on their property, have power. And I'm going to walk you over this way so you can actually see some of this water that we're talking about. This road completely closed right now. You can actually see a car up there in the distance that tried to make its way down this road and is actually stuck right now. not a smart thing to do. Definitely turn around, don't drown. We've heard that several times before. We've actually seen several cars trying to make their way down this road. Again, we're at Old Logan Road Southeast. This is just outside of Lancaster, so we're in Fairfield County. You can see that there's a mobile home park right over there to the right of this roadway. All of those folks are experiencing flooding right now. We're told that about 5 people were actually rescued from that mobile home park earlier this morning. A gentleman actually saw that happening as fire crews arrived on the scene. Now, that's not the only rescue that was happening. There were several rescues. We also had one that was a couple miles from here. This is going to be on Slocum Avenue. We actually have some video from early morning hours. We watched as Lancaster Fire Department was on scene pulling a man from his home.